So hello YouTube. Today we'll talk about influence, and I'm Yasmin, and let's start. So Nondas, can you introduce yourself for us, please?
Sure. I'm Nondas. I'm from Brasilia, 28 years old. I work as a personal training. I'm nutritionist student. And yeah, that's all. I think that's all for today.
Very good. Thank you. And Charles, how about you? Can you introduce yourself?
All right. My name is Charles Lopes, 42, married to daughter. My profession is agriculture engineer. And I was born in Brasilia, but I live more than 15 in one brief region called Amazon Forest. I think that's it.
Very good. And what about you, Alexandre? We can hear you.
Now?
Yeah.
I'm Alexandre, I'm from Rio. I'm 50 years old, 15 years old, 50 years old. And I work with computers, I work with data, I'm data analyst, data science, business intelligence. This is my area of professional area. And I have already watched some classes here. And at this time, it's the first time. It's this 9 o'clock.
Very good. So welcome aboard. I hope you like it. And what about you, Monica?
I am Monica. I live in Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. I am here to improve my English and try to speak more flow with my pronunciation and try to understand more about English. And I am project manager. I work with development systems, and that's all.
Very good. Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Jefferson?
Good morning, guys. I'm Jefferson. I live in Goiânia, Goiás, economist, professor of Catholic University of Goiás. And I love to be here in TNT because I'm improving my English and making friends. That's all.
Very good. So let's start. The first question is, do you have a profile on social media? If yes, what's your favorite and why? But if not, why don't you have? Like, I love Instagram and Twitter, like my favorites. And what about you, Jefferson?
Yes, I have a profile on Facebook, but most of the time I can't see. Rarely I see. I think once a week, maybe something like this. And Insta, I think is the same. Sometimes I see or I watch something in Instagram, but I'm not very related to social media. I really don't know why. I have LinkedIn yet. Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, I have LinkedIn. I have an interest group in LinkedIn about international group. It's a very interesting group. But as well, I can't access. I really don't know why. I prefer to see the group that I have in WhatsApp group and 2 or 3 groups in Telegram. I think it's better for me. I can't. I don't care about social media because this is not my ground.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I think like Facebook is more difficult to me. I don't know why, but I hate Facebook. And what about you, Alexandre?
I use LinkedIn so much. Every day I access LinkedIn. I guess it's important for my professional career. And I also have a profile on Twitter, but I follow specific topics like sports and IT communities, IT professionals. Um, Instagram, I have a profile, but I never use it. I don't have now no photo there. Facebook don't have. And I use more LinkedIn because of the professional life. The other social media, I don't take care.
Very good. Very good. And what about you, Nondas?
Yes, yes, I have. I have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. But my Facebook, I don't use so much. I don't like, to be honest. My Instagram, I use a little bit more because it's my business. I work on my Instagram, and it's important for me to be there. So I use a lot. I like Twitter, but I I have to I had to delete my profile on Twitter in the past because it's a kind of toxic place for me. And now I have Twitter, but I have specific people. I follow specific people, and my Instagram, as I said, I use more because it's my business and it's my favorite. I would say.
Very good. Yeah. I think you all said like about Instagram and LinkedIn too. I don't know, but I think this was the worst thing that people make, like to use social media to share your job, your work, because I think was something just to spend your time, like to watch silly videos. And nowadays we used to know more about our job and to share what we do. So I hate this. And what about you, Monica?
I have LinkedIn because I think that is important to my professional career, and I like because I can find some subjects that it's important to me to improve my career. I have Instagram, but I confess that I don't like so much because it's difficult sometimes. But I have my 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 I don't know my perfil blocked because I don't like to have people that I haven't know seeing my things in Instagram. I don't like Twitter. Um, don't have Twitter. Don't I don't like Twitter. I don't know why, but it's not important to me. And I have Facebook because I stay in different groups to making courses about my career. And sometimes this subject have groups in Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And that is the reason I try to follow some guys that could bring to me more knowledge. And I think that's it. I don't like to spend more time in social media. I think that I lost um, much time seeing this kind of distraction to my life. I'd like spend my time more reading a book, watching a film, videos, some kinds like this, and that's all.
Very good, very good. And you, Charles?
Yes, I have how profiling how social medias, but I don't like any. I use, I don't know why I use, but yes, I have.
Very good. So the next question is about this, like what kind of content do you consume on social media? Who is your favorite influencer? Charles, you can start.
My my mainly influence it's my mom, and she died a long time ago. And about social media, I don't have any influencer. And like I said, I have profiling a lot of social medias, but I don't use too much. I have because I need to live in this new context. I need to pay attention with my with the things with my daughters will consume in the future. But particularly, I don't pay too much attention in this social media. But I like to see or to saw some picture from Instagram, and eu dou algumas curtidas no Facebook too. That's it.
Very good, very good. Yeah, sometimes people are talking about things that we don't know because we are not like in on social media, right? So we feel like maybe upset because of this. And what about you, Alexandre?
Oh, I use LinkedIn so much. Every day I in LinkedIn. I don't have any special influencer. There are some guys on Facebook that they always are posting something, some technical content, and it's important to me. But I don't have any followers, any influencer, preferred influencer. I used to say that when I was young, my influencer was my history and geography teachers. Nowadays, the people, anyone uh, are influencer. Some many influencer and little content. It's my
Yeah,
opinion.
very good. Yeah, like nowadays to be an influencer is like a profession, right? So
Well, it's so used to be an influencer, but so little content are important. Many foolish things.
yeah, very good. So what about you, Jefferson?
Okay, in my case, the content for me it's terrible because I was looking here by YouTube. I have 155 channel that I follow. 155 channel, and I have interesting things. I have hashtag treinamentos and a lot of content about Power BI, Excel, advanced Excel, because I love to work with this. I have economists like Paulo Gala, IMF, o Fundo Monetário Internacional, World Bank, that I follow. This is very interesting for me. I have Yuval Harari. I think this is the best thinker of the world now that I follow him. It's very interesting. Yuval Harari. And Monica Cruz said something very interesting about Facebook. I remember now I have just 3 groups in Facebook because I'm doing now a course now about our language, it's program, and I use Face group. It's a closed Face group, no? And we discuss a lot there. It's a very interesting platform to discuss this because it's a closed group. It's very interesting. It's not like an open What else? I think that's it. A lot of them guys, but most of them, I love most of them. Every day I try, but I prefer, like Monica, to read books. To read books and to read, por exemplo, IBGE, Banco Central, IPEA, etc., etc. I think it's the best source of information to my work.
Very good, very good. Yeah, like sometimes on social media, people share things, but it's always missing one information about, right? So I think books are the best too. What about you, Monica?
Nowadays, closed groups in Facebook is very common to talk about many subjects when we do courses about something. I think that's because it's the first or the main social media to spread information about people who want to spread your business. And I think that's the reason that this kind of courses using Facebook. And I try to follow some guys that talk about digital and agile transformation in LinkedIn, because each subject is what I do in my career, and I love this subject. How can I transform the mindset of the people who is passing for this transformation? And when I love financial guys to understand a little, to understand more about stocks, I think. And it's the reason I follow Instagram. And the reason is because I work out with some guys in Instagram, like Epaminondas. My personal trainer have Instagram, and I have to follow him to know how can I exercise more. And I think that is it. In Telegram too, but Telegram is more easier because I only search for this the conversation when I have time. Sometimes I have 300 message, and I don't say anyone because the people talk a lot in this case. And the person that I love is only in a book, like Daniel Goleman talking about neuroscience, and it's the reason that I love to read books. And that's it.
Very good. You said something about like financial influencers, and the only one that I can follow now is like, I don't know if you know him, but it's Favelado Investidor, because like he talks about my reality, you know, so I think like it's perfect. And what about you, Nondas?
About me, I forgot YouTube. I use a lot of time YouTube. Normally I watch some idiot videos on YouTube to spend my time and to laugh. Casimiro React is my favorite on YouTube to laugh. But I watch to Buster about financial. It's my favorite. And On Instagram, I follow some specific guys from my niche, and because I spend my time in Instagram because my business. So if I'm there, I'm watching some content that can help me in my niche. For example, Natanael Oliveira, and let me see, Fernando Fene, and guys like that. And I love some people. I'm a little random guy, but for example, I watch Casemiro, and I watch Clóvis de Barros Filho, and Ruival Harari, and I'm not I'm a different guy, I would say. So I'm not having specific people that I really love, but this is my influence in social media.
Yeah, I think like it's important to have maybe like a little time to watch silly videos, you know, to forget your problems, things like this. So let's go to the next one. Have you ever bought something just because someone recommended to you? And what did you buy? Did you like it? Like I think the last thing that I bought was a book. But I just bought it because I truly trust in the person. So I decided to bought, and I really love it. And you, Alexandre?
Well, I don't remember if I bought, but there is a channel on YouTube that I assigned because a friend of mine recommended to me. It's about financial education, and it was a good channel, and I followed this channel because of a recommendation of a friend. And I forgot the YouTube too because when we say social media, YouTube don't have a direct interaction with the other people's. And YouTube, I watch many videos. I'm premium. Yeah, assinatura is premium on YouTube because I watch many videos, uh, all kind of videos, many technical videos, many news videos, many educational, financial educational videos. Monica told about neuroscience, and there is a guy, Pedro Calabres, that I watch their videos, his videos, and I watch all kinds of videos in YouTube, many videos in English to practice my English, uh, technical videos in English to I learn and I practice my English. I have user of YouTube. I this it's difficult to watch TV, but I always am watching some videos in YouTube.
Yeah, maybe we don't remember about YouTube when we talk about social media because we see YouTube as a streaming, right? So
Yes, yes.
like
Some people
Netflix.
consider YouTube like social media.
Yeah, very good. And you, Charles?
There a question. If YouTube is a social media, so I use a lot. If not, okay, but I forgot to mention it. And thanks, Epaminondas, for remember. I use YouTube. Oh my God, all the time. And I think the last 10 years, I learned more from YouTube than other place, I guess. I think that's it. But I don't follow nothing. I forgot the question. Sorry.
Is number 4. Have you ever bought something just because someone recommended to
No.
you?
No.
No.
No. But I used to watch YouTube for know better the products. I think that the video called open box, things like that, or reviews. I watch a lot before bought something.
Very good, very good. And you, Monica?
I have already bought, and it's the reason I don't want to stay more time in social media, because I love supplements, and I bought a lot of supplements when when I see this I don't know, propaganda, the things in the social media. And now with my psychologist, I learn to save the information and not buy anything. I save, I design, but I don't buy anything more, because I think that I have some impulse to buy something. Last week, I saw a bicycle clothes, I don't know, a bicycle clothes, and it's a beautiful clothes to use to ride a bike. But I don't ride a bike, but I like these clothes, and I want to buy these clothes only because I saw, and I saw some beautiful in these clothes. Now I need to stay out of the social media, because I don't have like a credit card. I don't have maturity to stay with credit card and social media, because I have a lot of impulse to buy things that I don't need only to buy. Okay, it's not good for me. It's not a safety place for me to stay in this kind of I don't know, but it's kind of distraction. Okay.
Yeah, very good. Thanks for sharing, Monica. And what about you, Nondas?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. The last thing that I bought is this book. Normally I bought some books, and I think everybody, because nowadays Google and Facebook, Instagram, Meta know more about ourselves than our mom, for example, and we we s- we can see a lot of advertisement and the social media, and some advertisement it's maybe specific for you, or because know that you like, as Monica said. And normally it's very common to buy something because you saw on the social media, or even conscious or not, it's very, very common and specific in social media.
Very good, very good. And to you, Jefferson.
Yeah, I follow my friend Dondas. It's very interesting because I study a lot something that I wanna buy. When I think about a book, I search for the book, who read the book, about the book, the history of the book. It's a good book, and I go there buy the book, and then someone recommend another book, and I buy the another book. It's very common. I buy 3 or 4 books at the same time about some subject. For me, it's very important. I think it's the same about stocks. I love to buy stock, ações. I love to buy stocks. And for example, XP or Clear recommends some stock for me. And I'm, as economist, as a professional financial, I look for about that company, that stock. It's a good, no, it's the moment to buy or not to buy. for me, it's very interesting. And the social media, it's very important to me to make this kind of decision. And to finish, I have, as I said, 3 groups in Facebook. One group about business intelligence, the other about our language, and the other about economics. 3 groups. And all of them, all the time, recommended something. Sometimes I used to buy a course. Now, last week, I buy a course that I'm doing now about our language. It's a program very interesting for my career as economist. That's it.
Yeah. You said like something that they are always recommending to you some stocks. And this week I needed to remove iFood from my cell phone because like they are always recommending things to buy, you know. So I needed to remove because I can't deal with this. So let's start with you, Jefferson. If you were a digital influencer, what would you influence people to do?
Digital influencer. I think the most important thing for me is to study hard, very hard, to be disciplined. It's very disciplined. To be polite, to be humble. For me, it's very important. And open to knowledge, something different that you really can't understand, or you didn't understand something like this. For me, it's very important to open the minds for new things. Most of the time I'm trying to do this. I'm not a digital influencer, but as a professional, I think I do this every day with my students, and I love to do this.
Very good. So you already influenced people, but not like on digital, right?
Right.
So what about you, Nondas?
First of all, I disagree with Jefferson because I think he influenced a lot here in TNT, in this digital platform. So maybe he's a digital influencer too. But I'm kidding. But it's important because I really believe everybody can influence another people. For example, in this platform, I know a lot of interesting people, and we can learn from these people, and it's very, very interesting. And about me, I try to influence the people to be a disciplined person. It's important for their life, and to make exercise. But exercise is important, but in special movement as you can movement because it's important. And nowadays we don't movement our body, and it's very, very, very danger. And about me, movement, and to movement, it's important to be a disciplined person. So both these both things, it's very important for me, and I try to spread this idea with my followers.
Very good. Yeah, you said something really interesting, that everyone is like an influencer because we are always influencing people to do something or to change their ideas. So what about you, Charles?
Yes, at first I need to agree with Epaminondas and you. I think everyone influence everyone. And if I to decide become an influencer, maybe I will at first influence the people save money. I will use the expertise from Jefferson. I think it's important. mainly in Brazil. We don't have financial education. And I will try share some knowledge from my expertise, maybe preserve our forest, take care our environment, and maybe teach some guys to raise and grow some plants, I guess. I think it's my expertise. But the everything I told, I think it's more important to save money. I think in Brazil we don't have financial education. That's it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Charles. Yeah, I don't consider myself like a digital influencer, but I'm always trying to influence people to study English, and it's very difficult, but I'm trying. And you, Monica?
I don't think that I could be a digital influencer, but I work with digital transformation, and I think that is important in nowadays to learn how can we live in a digital transformation. I think that the point is the world changed, and we don't know how can we live with this new situation. And I think that is important to learn more about financial education. It's important to balance our life, and it's not important here in Brazil. I think that Jeff could be a digital influencer talking about this subject. And I think that's important to exercise. And I totally agree with Paminondas, because I read in a book that when we can't exercise, it's important movement. If you could exercise only around your bed, it's important too. It's not the time that you movement your body, but it's necessary to movement your body. Even if you stay in a bed and you only the space that you have is your home, and you could only to move around your bed. Okay, it's a good advice for everyone that movement is important. And I think that all of us have something to influence in we can influence people around us, and it's important. Nowadays, I'm not in a comfortable zone because I decided not. I have to do a lot of courses in English, and it's being difficult for me because I have to learn in English, and I'm trying to improve my English at the same time. But I try to find a zone comfortable for me. And I think that to be here in a TNT is important and help us to improve my English is a good place to stay.
Thanks for sharing, Monica. And now, Alexandre, what about you?
Probably I'll be influencer on educational area, and computers is my technical area, but it's important, like everyone talk about the educational financial. We don't have this culture in our country. People don't learn to control the money, save money, and also it's important nowadays you can can see this, to learn another idiom, another language. The English open many doors for a professional career. And besides this, you have a word to open to, because my area, for example, our content in Portuguese are limited, but when I search something in English, there are many options, more options to watch. The Indians guys, they have many channels on YouTube about technical content. Americans in all the world have content. People of all the world have content in my area, but it's English. And unfortunately, many guys work with IT but don't know English. It's sad because every new technology, when they appear, the content is in English. Until to be here in Portuguese, it's a long time. And when he arrived here in Brazil in Portuguese, it's old-fashioned technology, almost this. About this, about content, about education, about financial education, the importance of education, about computers. Probably I would be an influencer in these areas.
Thanks for sharing. I think we have time to answer just one more. So let's go. Number 7. If you are in a restaurant with your friends and the waiter asks if you would like a dessert, all of your friends say no, but you want. What would you say? Would you say that you want or not? Like, I would say that I don't want, because I don't want to be the only one to accept, you know. So what about you, Charles?
Oh, I will eat this dessert, of course. I don't matter if other guy don't want. All right. Oh, I'm very hungry. Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Very good. What
Yes,
about you?
can I answer? Because
Yeah, go ahead.
And I am like Charles. I love desserts, and I don't reject my desserts. If they want to, it's their problem. I will eat a dessert. I love I love desserts.
Maybe I will ask if I can eat every dessert with my colleagues. All right.
Yasmin, I need to leave because I have a meeting at 10 o'clock, okay?
It's okay. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in the next week. And it was a pleasure to meet you.
Okay, thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye. What about you, Jefferson?
I follow Charles. I don't care about the other guys. If I wanna bite, if I wanna eat something, no problem. I really no matter about the guys. Sometimes this kind of thing happens with me. Sometimes I think it's happened with my friends.
And what about you, Nondas?
The same, and special dessert, because I really love candies and things like that. I really love. So never say no, never.
Yeah, I love desserts too, like especially if it's chocolate, but I'm too shy, so I think I would say no. I need to change my mind because of this. And you, Monica?
I'm not shy like you. And if we are talking about dessert and coffee, I don't mind. I think that I will put my colleagues in a difficult situation because I will say something like that. Okay, guys, I would like to eat my dessert or drink my coffee. And if you'd like to go away, stay. I don't know how can I say, but okay for me. And I will eat my dessert and drink my coffee. And I think that's different because my colleagues could be shy to go away and let me alone on the table. And I think that's a good, I love desserts and coffee. And I wouldn't say no for these things. I could think that I could say no for salad, but dessert and coffee, never, never, never. Even if I stay alone on the table.
Very good. Hello, Mariana. How was the conversation?
Hello. It was amazing, the conversation. I learned new vocabulary, and we could, besides learning, we could laugh, and see each other, because there's a long time that I didn't see the guys, Elosma, Daphne, Bru. It was amazing.
Very good. So I have a question for you. If you are in a restaurant with your friends and the waiter asks if you would like a dessert, but like all your friends say no, but you want, what would you say?
I'd say, please bring for me, because I love sweeties, and I think that's it.